Arsenal Fan TV here, and guess who I've just run into? Chris Hudson. How you doing, mate?
Not too great. I'm a little bit frustrated with what's gone on in the last 72 hours, Robbie, and I really can't make much sense of it. I really am struggling to keep it together.
Now, you know what? Well, as soon as I saw you, I said, listen, I've got to ask you about the transfer situation. Number one, the Draxler stuff. Number two, the lack of transfer activities. And then number three, the fact now that the player that we've bought is apparently injured.
Well, the Draxler thing sort of mystifies me because it's all right being a bit clever. We won't be held to ransom. But, you know, why should Schalke let him go for nothing? And also now we run the risk, if he has a fantastic World Cup or a good second half of the season, Man City, PSG, Spanish giants, you don't think they're going to sit back, and Bayern Munich, by the way, they're not going to sit back and say, oh, go on Arsenal, you have him, because it don't work out like that. And it sort of brings memories back of a lot of transfers. This goes back years when we haven't gone the final distance to get the player over the line. He would have been a fantastic addition to the squad. He would have boosted everyone. And like a lot of Arsenal fans, I'm just left total utter frustration, Rob.
Why do we leave everything? It's what I can't understand. Why, as a big club, do we leave all our transfer dealings to the last minute?
Because I think it's to save a pound note. I'm serious. I think they like to come over. We're the Arsenal. I mean, I don't know if you heard the German football expert, Rolf Hollichstein. They did a big interview with him. And he says, quote, this is what he said, Arsenal now have a reputation of they have a price for a player, take it or leave it. In the business world or any world, if you're buying a house, you know, like personally, that'd be the biggest outlaw I'd have. Life ain't like that. And I think it smacks of arrogance.
And then the player that we do get is injured.
I don't know where to start. I'll tell you something, that is so unfunny. But we've got to be careful. Until I hear category from Wenger's mouth, or whether it be Gazidis or a statement on the website, I'm trying not to believe that. But when I see David Ormstein tweet, and he doesn't get a lot of things wrong, if he's saying he's out for 6 weeks, and then I'm seriously asking someone's job, or someone hasn't done their job properly at this club, and to fix people's minds on it, where you think, oh, it's one of those things. He's not going to be here on, say he's here for 50 grand a week. So everyone keep that in your head. Do your maths, and then when you get your season ticket renewal in June, you're paying for his wages for doing nothing. And it shows a total disregard for the support of this club.
I mean, even if he's out for 1 week
not good
or
enough.
2 weeks,
Yeah,
if he's coming in to cover a player that's injured, I mean, surely that can't be right.
It can't be, but once again, we're only going on what David Ormstein said. It's all over. But, you know, Sky reported, I don't know if anyone saw Charlie Nicholas and Paul Merson yesterday.
They were pretty distraught about it.
Paul Merson's face told the story. I'm trying to keep me, I'm counting to 10, Rob, and I pray to God it ain't true. Because if it is, I want a statement on the Arsenal website explaining what went on. And also, what sort of message does that send out to the squad of players we've got? You know, you can't have a go at the present squad. Especially, I mean, someone like Giroud, he's playing week in, week out. And if people think he's going to go from now to the end of May without getting an injury, I think you're in la-la land.
And listen, you talk about injuries. It baffles me the amount of injuries we get. We know injuries happen. And then buying injury-prone players. I mean, Sonogo, we've not seen a game in the Premier League really from Sonogo because he's been injured. We were told he was injury-prone before he's come. We signed him. He's hardly played a game. And I don't know, I'm baffled by the injuries at the club.
We all are. Basically, is it the treatment of injuries? Is it the rehab of injuries? Let's face it, Ramsey's not... Look at the Ramsey situation. He's not the first player in the last 5 or 6 years who's got an injury, we're told he'll be back in 2 weeks, and then suddenly you don't see him for 2 months. What is going on here with the treatment of injuries of Arsenal players? Because there's obviously something wrong. I mean, 4 or 5 years ago, I attended a meeting with Gazidis. He said they've fitted all the players with GPS systems so they could monitor and it would send out alert them when a player was up for injury. Well, it's obviously not working. I've never known a club. I think, we're a bit unlucky. Eduardo was unlucky. But look, Fabregas, Clichy when they were here, Van Persie when he was here, Rosicky, Diaby, Vermaelen, Wiltshire, Ramsey, and now we're buying injured players. What is happening, going back to the new player we've got, please don't tell me that the medical team went to Arsene Wenger and said, Arsene, there's a bit of a problem here, and they said, buy him anyway, because I refuse to believe that. And if it's true, then that sends alarm bells ringing in my head.
I mean, it'd be incompetence. Would somebody, would a medical staff person be...
Yeah, but I'm trying...
Keep counting to 10. Keep counting to 10.
Until I hear from the horse's mouth,
yeah,
Wenger, or a statement on the Arsenal website, I'm going to try and keep myself calm and not bite on it. But if it's proven to be true, I think we all deserve an explanation.
Now, we've seen BSM and AST complain about the ticket prices because there's the 3% ticket rise. Yeah. We haven't bought anybody. Do you think they're right? You think they've got a point?
Of course they're right. Because of course they're right. Because you can't keep asking for... the great Jamie Carragher quote from the summer. The only people spending money at Arsenal are the supporters. That's one of the greatest quotes of... And I thank you for that, James. One of the greatest fucking quotes of all time. So you've got Puma deals. You've got other deals that are apparently in the pipeline. But you ask them to buy a player, you're spitting blood. And it's not... And then to fix this in people's mind, if it's true about Kallstrom, and I'm saying if, fix this in all your minds. He's not going to be on numpence. Your season ticket rise is paying his wages. Think about that.
Listen, let me finish positively, right? The team, they're doing well, they're playing well, they're second in the table, only a point behind Man City. Big game, of course, today. And the team, at least, is doing us proud at the moment.
There's not one Arsenal fan that can moan about any Arsenal player because they're giving their all, and I mean that. But I'm wondering what they all talk amongst themselves. They must think, why are we going into battle with one arm tied behind our back every season? Are we showing ambition? Is the treatment of injuries correct at this club? What is going? We don't want every season. We can look at the Eduardo situation. How about before we played Birmingham in the League Cup 3 or 4 years ago? We lost Fabregas and Walcott. We beat Stoke 1-0, went top of the league. But in that game, we lost Fabregas and Walcott for injury. We played Birmingham on the Saturday, lost, and it all went bump, bump, bump. We go every season, our squad is not ready for the battle ahead. You're in dreamland if you think we can compete with Man City and Chelsea. They have an injury and it's absorbed. We have an injury, a la Walcott, and it's nightmare. That Walcott injury, each day it goes by, is becoming worse and worse. And I'll tell you, it's sad because we, supporters, don't deserve it. We're not asking Arsenal to go and spend £50 million on a player. All we're asking is to scout properly, compete in the market, and make sure the squad's strong enough for the battle ahead. And that is not buying injured players.